Hi creatives, this is Ann McDonald with this week's quick tip. We are in week 4 of our series on working with summer interns for your creative brand. Real quickly this week, I'm going to talk to you about what we have our specific interns, what we like to have our interns do in that nice middle body of the summer. It's weeks 5 through 8. You've already established your communication pattern. You know what you've established your expectations. You've come up with a platform and you've come up with a theme and you've got some numbers, you've got some samples, you have a specific thing, specific task that you want your intern to work on. So weeks 5 through 8 are really going to be focused in on what I call content generation and content editing. This is the time when you want to take advantage of still being in the first half of the summer and set your creative free. Typically, your creative intern is, they're creative, unlike your normal or regular full-time employees who might have different skill sets from you. Oftentimes, creatives who run creative businesses, when they set out to find interns, get people who are interested in also being a creative. So you have to remember you're working with a different bird here. And you want to make sure and take advantage of the skill set that that creative brings with them. So as an example, week 5, I will ask my interns to go out and find highly targeted on-trend content that's going to be relative and relevant to the targeted client group that we're going to focus on in the fall. What that means is I want them to do research. I want them to be reading, everything from the Robb Report to the Wall Street Journal to Financial Times to the fashion industry magazines. I want them to really know what's going on and see if they can come up with what's the next trend. Really use that creative brain and come up with a block of content that they think will be relevant to my clients in the fall or the winter months. The second thing I want them to do the next week, week 6, is to come up with an outline, to generate an outline for the campaign that I'm having them come up with, where we're actually able to go in and put in the content blocks. If you look behind me, you can actually see one of the pin boards in my studio. And we use this pin board all the time to take sample content blocks and then work them out in the space. We're going to open up with a video paragraph, or we're going to do a text thing here. How is it going to look? What is the outline going to flow like for this campaign that I'm having them put together? Week 7, I want more content. So they spend a little time generating content, make an outline. Then they go back out and get more content. And then week 8, I really want them to focus it on editing. Just get that outline edited so that we know that over the course of the balance of the summer, which I'll talk about next week, we're going to take all of those content blocks and we know where to put them. It's not really that different from building a fashion wardrobe or from designing a house. You take all of the component pieces and you want to make sure that they're really tight and that they really fit together. This is Ann McDonald. If you haven't already, go back and watch the first 3 videos so you kind of know what we're talking about with respect to summer interns for your creative brand. I actually believe this is one of the most underutilized resources out there. These kids are smart. They are they're engaged. They bring really fresh ideas, and I believe that it's our duty to always pay it forward. So this is Ann McDonald. Make sure you subscribe to this video channel, and I'll see you next week.